Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We'll get you that keyword for the golden ticket again in just after 8 o'clock. We'll give you that. Also, tease the case movie review for tomorrow on site for the Alexander's Cafe live broadcast tomorrow morning, 6 to 10. We're at Alexander's Cafe in St. Charles for the back-to-school broadcast. Looking for your help for Cradles to Crayons. If you want to donate on site or online, you can do it. All the information at Q101.com. We'll talk about that more in a bit. But it's a back-to-school theme with Animal House is going to be the movie. I just let it go. I didn't mean to do that. Damn it. I was going to tease that and build it up for 5 minutes.
We can talk about it again in just a second. It's okay.
Damn it.
We will talk about it because the big story has really got my brain messed up.
Let's not have a meltdown on the air because you said the movie that we've been talking about all week.
Listen, I'm having a meltdown about this new law, 11 p.m. Saturday night in Chicagoland, wherever you live. That's what's got my brain all fried up today, and it's going to have yours too when you hear what it is.
Brian and Kenzie, the biggest story of the day.
Q101.
Chicago, 11 p.m. starting Saturday, wherever you can hear our voices really in the Chicagoland area, is implementing a new rule. Not necessarily a law where you get arrested, but we know how that goes. It's going to just domino effect into some kind of law where you're going to get a fine if you don't do this. That's what this city does. That's what Illinois does.
Or prison time.
Right. 6 miles an hour over the speed limit, ticket, ha! But I don't know if this isn't worse, but it's certainly interesting what's going on. And it is implementing lights out. 11 p.m. this Saturday. What is it? Well, here's Fox 32.
Chicago Animal Care and Control is asking you to turn out any lights you don't need tonight to try to help save migrating birds. This map will help explain why. Some 400 million birds are on the move, and Illinois is in the area of high-intensity migration both tonight and tomorrow night. Experts say light pollution can disorient the birds, causing them to fly into tall buildings and windows. Bird experts say turning off any non-essential lights might help prevent scenes like this one you may remember from October. More than 900 migrating birds died when they crashed into McCormick Place, likely because of a combination of rainy weather and bright lights from the convention center.
Brian, don't laugh at that.
Listen.
That's so sad.
Brian, don't laugh at that.
I love animals. Birds are terrifying. Birds are old dinosaurs that are mad they still don't own the earth.
Birds scare you?
Birds scare me.
They
All
actually
birds
are kind of creepy.
They're really creepy. And when you watch Jurassic Park, they say the raptor was just like a giant chicken with sharp claws that came after you. And listen, I don't want anybody to die. I don't want this to happen, but we do have too many pigeons in the city. There's way too many. They're disgusting.
I don't know if they migrate, though.
That's a good
I
question.
they're always here.
I think you're right. I wish they did. And then they flew into a building on the way back up. Really don't like them.
The urban pigeon does not migrate.
Yeah, so that's not even the birds we're talking about.
Yeah, they're like gang members. Like, yeah, come at me, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't like it. But Chicago's implementing a lights out rule starting at 11 p.m. this Saturday. Building managers and tenants, and I say Chicago, but it can be anybody you could live in a suburb in a 40-story building. You're supposed to draw your blinds, install motion sensors, and dim decorative lights until dawn. And Kenzie, I bet you have those lights in the backyard kind of deal, right? You have those. Now, your house isn't 40 stories high, I understand. But.
Right. That I don't think that they're going to. I mean, at that point, if they're running into my landscaping lights, they're flying a little low. I mean.
They're trying to buzz the tower like a Top Gun.
I don't know if you should be down here. This is the ground.
Hey, that's on you, son. If you hit my lights.
At a certain point, you have to take a little responsibility in the situation.
So it's supposed to start Saturday, 11 p.m. and go through November 15th.
That's a long time.
Well, it's 400 million freaking birds, you heard the guy say coming up. 400 million birds.
Are they not all going at the same time? I thought migration happened all at once. Traffic jams in the sky.
Yeah, traffic jams up there.
Imagine looking up. That would be terrifying. That actually would be scary. All at once if you look to the sky.
It would block out the sun. There's no question.
Would it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a lot of birds or not.
When you see like a big group of birds in the sky.
But what's a big group of birds? How many birds is that?
Like 300.
Do they do that?
Yeah, when you see them, you're a lake guy now. When you see them out front.
A flock of birds?
I've never counted them.
I don't think anyone's sitting there counting them. They're
well, it
flying.
seems like you guys have numbers about what birds are big and whatnot.
No, but you can't look at something and give an estimate.
Oh,
You ever seen M&Ms in a jar and be able to guess?
I don't know the scale. I know what a lot of M&Ms are. I don't know what a lot of birds are. You know what I mean?
Somebody
No.
figured out there's 400 million. I don't know if somebody's job
You
was to
don't
count
know
them.
if 400 million's a lot. It's a lot of anything.
Well, there's
not
about-
one scenario in which 400 million isn't a lot.
There's
Acres, money, birds, candy. List one thing where
Candy?
400 million isn't a lot. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of everything.
Are you hungry? You said candy in there.
Well, I was thinking of the M&Ms in a jar again.
There's
Any
just
scenario.
for reference point, there's 350 million people in the United States. There's more birds than people.
Well, that's a problem.
That is, because if they decide to take us, they can.
And they can pick us up with their creepy little claws.
They're just
They cannot. There's many small birds.
now. Dee's checking in from I think she's checking in from Plainfield.
Hmm.
She says, "Brian, please stop. Birds are good, important part of the ecosystem. The
Yes.
lights out is temporary for the migration. I get it, Dee. I like most birds, but pigeons can go. Why can't we get rid of one?" You know how many, like, I guess something like 90% plus of everything that's existed on Earth is extinct. Pigeons, why didn't they get in that list? I don't see what they do.
You're barking up a dangerous tree of wanting certain animals. There's not that many animals in the city.
There's quite a few. I saw a squirrel.
Pigeons are probably handling a lot of, I would imagine, bugs in the city.
I think they eat bugs and rats. If they get, they're like flying rats, but if they eat rats, that's fine. I don't know. Do pigeons
I don't
eat
know if
rats?
they eat rats.
I've only seen pigeons eat bagels and things like that. I've never seen them eat another animal.
Yeah, they're always getting these good, high quality bagels.
I see them at Stan's Donuts more so than I see them eating a rat.
Well, they're probably they're cleaning up a lot of stuff in the public then. All those scraps and crumbs and garbage, they're cleaning it all up.
Well, bad news for the pigeon argument. No, pigeons cannot eat rats. They cannot eat meat.
I never thought that they could. They're almost the same size.
So what if they get one of those pieces of pizza that's got pepperoni on it? They can't eat meat. What if they have like a gluten-free incident or some opposite?
Well,
you know?
vegetarian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have small, weak beaks.
But
and
they eat insects. I guarantee they eat some insects.
it says small insects or worms by accident. Generally, they eat seed and grain, fruits and berries, bread.
Well, it would have
and-
to be an accident where there's like pizza places leaving stuff outside. You're like, oh, God, I had a worm.
I eat small insects and worms by accident. They're not special.
You ate a worm by
That
accident?
happens.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That 219 checked in. This is interesting. This is a pro-pigeon argument. They said, put some respect on pigeons' names.
Thank you.
They are very intelligent and have been war heroes. We domesticated them and abandoned them when we no longer needed them.
Yeah, they're like veterans.
Okay, they're not wearing those Pearl Harbor hats out there. It's just
Brian
called.
loves disrespecting veterans.
No, I know. I respect the guys that were at Pearl Harbor. I'm not sure I'm respecting the.
at Pearl Harbor?
I'm not sure I'm respecting the pigeons from the war days.
Well, what did they do in
Why?
the war?
What did they get that they fought for us, and what did they
They
get?
fought for. I think they carried messages to be. I think they were trained to carry messages
I'm sure.
back in the day. But we don't do that anymore. We have texting. So
Well, we have drones.
we have
Right,
drones.
and now
Send
we're
over
acting
a
like
message
they're
with a
annoying.
drone.
And then you're gonna like act like they're annoying after that. After they did all that work for us, and we finally invent texting, and now they're annoying.
So I've raised money for veterans associations and groups. I've been there.
There
I
he
visited.
goes, overcompensating.
I'm just saying.
I
what-
visited what? The war? What do you mean? What did you visit?
My uncle served in Vietnam. I have a lot of family members that served in war. Now I'm supposed to take some time to pay attention to the pigeons that served.
Well, you don't have to be mean to them. You don't, even if you're not paying attention, but you don't need to be mean to them.
They're
and wish
just-
death upon them.
They're disgusting.
You know, every time you kneel for the anthem, which you do often, you're disrespecting pigeons out there.
Never kneel for the anthem. Stand up, hand on heart, hat off.
Now, you have the first minute right if you want to, but you're disrespecting pigeons if you kneel.
These people, this pro-pigeon argument, I did not expect that this morning.
Well, I don't know why you're being so hostile towards a bird.
You did
And
start
the-
this break by saying that you want birds to die.
Pigeons, some of them. That's it. I love sparrows. I love robins.
You love sparrows?
I love eagles.
Captain Jack. I get it.
And also, now I'm supposed to. I know pigeons don't migrate, so they're not in this argument of lights out, which is happening starting Saturday Night 11.
Yeah, God forbid we help. All we've done is like destroy the planet. So God forbid we help the birds migrate. We're gonna act like that's an inconvenience if your lights, dimmed at 11 o'clock. You can't be that inconvenienced. Maybe you're the disgusting one, not the pigeon.
Okay, tell me this.
What?
If you were still living in that high-rise downtown, would you really turn the light off at 10 o'clock because you're worried about a bird outside?
Yeah, no problem. A little candlelight, a little movie, a little wine. What's the
can't-
big deal?
You can't do a candlelight. You can't do
You
any
can have
light.
a candle flickering.
You
Would you
can't.
relax?
You have to live in darkness.
Yeah, can't
then-
even look at your phone.
The problem is you're going to light 47 candles. I mean, some kind of nightgown out there, just like setting a scene.
You're trying to put a hex on somebody at that point.
Okay, right? You know, I didn't say I couldn't do witchcraft, so I don't know what the problem is.
That's the problem with Kenzie. I'd rather the lights be on. If she turns the lights off, she becomes a demon.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
All right, a lot of people checking in, pro and the anti-bird, or pigeon, I should say. Not bird, we love birds, but pigeons with the lights out rule coming up 11 p.m. this Saturday, asking buildings that are 40 stories or more to dim their lights for the next 3 months after 10 o'clock because migrating birds, when they see light, they run in the building and they die. It's very sad. But if it was pigeons, I wouldn't really be upset about it because I just think they're disgusting. We have a lot of comments here on the pigeon. Keep texting in at 312-967-8300. And if you haven't texted in WHIP yet, do that as well. WHIP. That is the key word till 8:30 for your chance at the golden ticket, getting into everything we do for an entire year, free, thousands of dollars of free concert tickets. Now, tomorrow we have the broadcast coming up at Alexander's Cafe in St. Charles, 6 to 10, our back-to-school broadcast. Please come on out, hang. It's going to be a party like our broadcasts always are. Free concert tickets, great food, and it benefits Cradles to Crayons. So bring your donations out there of school supplies. We'll get to more of that in a second. But Casey's going to do a movie review. It's going to be based on back to school. And finally doing the classic, probably one of the first movies people said you need to watch is Animal House. 2.5 years into this, and you're going to watch a classic because it's a back-to-school theme, and it was a movie that certainly changed what going back to school was all about. Animal House.
Sure. I'm looking forward to it. I have not seen it yet. I'll watch it tonight. We'll talk about it at this time tomorrow, live from Alexander's Cafe in St. Charles.
Kenzie, you still haven't seen Animal House either, correct?
I have not seen it.
Will you watch it tonight so you're ready for the review?
I'll try my best.
There might be segments of it on TikTok. You can watch it that way if you want to watch
on
it.
TikTok shop.
Yeah. I probably
While I'm shopping.
I think I've seen this movie 50 times.
Really?
Every time it's on, I watch part of it. I love it to death. And now, I am aware, as a progressive adult, that there's portions of this movie that haven't aged well. Mm-hmm. I'm aware of that. And I agree with that.
And as a progressive young man, I'm also aware of that. I'm like every movie, I'm going to go into it with an open mind. I hope that I like it. I hope the stuff that doesn't age well detract from the entire movie. I can separate those two things. I can go, this is weird to look at in 2026, but this part's still funny. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to come to that conclusion when I watch Animal House.
Kay said something off the air that made me feel better about, because when I hear people say it didn't age well, I get very defensive on my youth. And he said, it doesn't mean it's a bad movie. It doesn't mean it wasn't good in the time. It just means it didn't age well. So that made me feel better about not getting, I don't want to get mad about when people say it didn't age well.
Kay said you shouldn't make comedy for the future. You should make it for the present.
Mm-hmm.
So
Correct.
It's not fair to be like, if that was, you can't be like making comedy based on what you think may go wrong in the future that's not currently, what's going on.
Because it won't be funny in real time then.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that, but the bit is that I watch old movies and talk about them with modern eyes. So when something like Pretty in Pink arrives and I go, wow, that's a really racist portrayal of an Asian guy, we got to talk about it. And I'm sure we'll have some stuff to talk about with Animal House tomorrow. But
I'd imagine.
It's almost 50 years old.
And I'm sure it's going to be fun. I'm sure everybody had a good time.
Growth is good. It's good that most people
How dare you?
can now watch. It's good.
You know what?
It's good that we can get some eyes on it going, that shouldn't happen,
That's
huh?
what I always think is the good of this. Muhammad Ali once said, if you're the same person at 50 than you were at 20, then you've wasted 30 years.
Amen.
It's good that as a society, we can now watch a movie from the 80s and go, that's troubling. We shouldn't do that anymore. But the movie was made in the 80s, so... fine.
Hey, I wasn't in charge of that.
No,
you know what I mean? What was I supposed to do?
of course, now I am in charge of movies, but then I was not.
I might use one of my vetoes on this conversation. Tomorrow,
You don't have any vetoes.
Tomorrow, right at this time at 8 o'clock, Casey's Movie Review live from Alexander's Cafe, 6 to 10. Join us of Animal House.
Can I ask you really quick the thing that you're most looking forward to my feedback on? And I know nothing about this movie.
Besides the stuff that doesn't age well, that I like some of it. I think the character Niedermeyer is going to annoy the hell out of you.
Looking forward to it.
And you're not going to like it.
You're not going to like it.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
In about 8 minutes, we'll give you a new keyword for the golden ticket. Everything we do for an entire year, you are in on. The current word is whip. WHIP, your chance to go see the B-52s in Devo at Credit Union 1 Amphitheater, which was damaged in those storms. I guess they're still on for the concert. Is this Saturday Skinnerd?
Yes.
And I think they said they're looking to still have that show go off as planned.
As of right now, everything at Tinley Park is still going to happen as it was previously scheduled, despite the storm damage.
Hasn't Skinnerd been through enough? God.
As you said yesterday, not only are all the original members dead, but a lot of the replacement members are now dead.
It's tough, but they still shred. It's still a good show. These other guys. But so that's down there Thursday, September 17th, right? Riot Fest week will be B-52s and Devo. And the word is WHIP to text 312-967-8300 if you haven't done it already. In case you had a message for people right now on the texting in.
Yes, just to clarify on some of the confusion for today, when you enter into any text contest, 312-967-8300, you always get a bounce back message confirming that you're entered. If your bounce back message today is letting you know that Brian Phillips is going to be doing a Ticket Blitz Thursday live from Chaser's Bar and Grill, that means you're entered. That is the bounce back message for today. I'm seeing some confusion on that. A lot of people are entered and then are asking for further clarification. That bounce back message is the confirmation that you have entered this hour's golden ticket.
And you should get to Chaser's Sports Bar and Grill in Schiller Park, a great spot with bonus chances for the golden ticket. 3 to 7, Brian Phillips will be out there this afternoon. And a new keyword coming up here in about 7 minutes. But we were talking about the lights out rule in Chicago starts this Saturday at 11 p.m. From August 15th to November 15th. Lower your lights at night because birds see lights, the migrating birds, 400 million of them. And last year, they're estimating 10,000 birds died by flying in the buildings in Chicago. That's just Chicago alone because the lights were on and sort of dim the lights after 10 p.m. or, just keep your shades drawn, whatever you can do. And I want birds to live except for pigeons. I'm not too happy with pigeons, but a lot of people have checked in. On the text line, I have one from Caroline. I hate birds. I'm a vet tech. And birds are always the hardest to work with. They're loud, fragile, and mean.
Are they describing Kenzie, too?
Hey.
She continues, I was once at a work party for my husband's company and told his coworkers that I hate birds. She literally looked at me and said, my bird just died.
Oh, my God.
I have never been so mortified, but I still hate birds. Thank you, Caroline, from checking in from 224.
She was like, good, and spit on her.
Casey, got something on the text line?
On the text line, Trish checked in because Kenzie was coming to the defense of pigeons last year, all they've been through, the fact that they fought in wars and whatnot. And Trish said, Kenzie, I love you, but 10 generations of those pigeons are dead and gone. I'm with Brian on this one, just to thin the population out a little bit. They attacked me last year when I was watering my plants, and they destroyed me and my plants.
They destroyed her?
Yes.
They rob her? I mean, she was jumped. They put a bag over her head.
Gunpoint.
One pigeon started walking toward her, go like, hello, ma'am. The other one jumped her from behind.
The pigeons that participate in gang violence, I'm against that. Gang violence across the board is not okay.
That's a good stance, Kenzie.
Thank you.
You're very brave.
Thank you.
Do you have a text, Kenzie, you want to read?
Yeah, so we were talking about pigeons and thanking them for their service because I also think it's a dangerous game. And to piggyback off the last text and be like, well, that was generations ago. What do we start saying that to people? It doesn't matter because it was generations ago. We can't do that. Okay, so they were in World War II.
You're insane.
And I have no idea if 708 was texting in sarcastically at me or not. But I was like, they worked in the war for us for what? We treat them like crap. And they said in World War II, pigeons were taught how to aim missiles from inside the missile.
From inside the missile?
I don't understand. I don't know if they're mocking me, which is a huge potential. But I knew that they were like, they did stuff in the war.
Wait, so is he saying the bird guided the missile from inside the missile and then it was a suicide mission?
I don't know about that. I don't know.
Suicide Pigeon sounds like a Riot Fest band.
Rotisserie chickens were just falling from the sky.
Yeah.
That's Maynard's other band from Tool. He's opening up for Tool. They're doing that.
Yeah.
Let's see. So it does come up that pigeons guide missiles.
Holy crap. That's a big responsibility.
It says, yes, during World War I, we're going back generations, American psychologist B.F. Skinner, maybe you've heard of him, led Project Pigeon to test using live pigeons to steer guided missiles and guide bombs toward empty targets.
Oh, my gosh.
And he used the control that if the missile drifted off course, the image of the target would shift away from the center of the screen. I'm not sure what that means exactly, but it seems like, I guess, that the pigeons were trained using to peck continuously at the image of a target while the missile was going. So then that would guide the missile if they pecked on the target.
Because they don't have hands, so they would maneuver the target with their beak, or maneuver the missile with their beak towards the target.
Yes, they could guide the missile by looking at the target.
Wow.
So it was a suicide mission.
Kinda, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow. And then you're treating them like crap.
I'm not treating
By the way,
I'm not treating them like crap. I just
yes,
don't
you
want
are. You're literally like, I hope they all die.
But I don't kill them. I'm just saying I wish they weren't
Yeah,
around.
I'm sure you walk past them with respect. You're like kicking and stuff.
Good day, sir.
Hey, listen, I've never.
Just flipping them off.
I can flip them off, but I've never kicked a bird or an animal.
And by the way, Jack texted and said, we didn't have missiles in World War II. We did. So that's not true.
Actually, I'm not sure because World War One. World War One.
Well, he wrote we didn't have missiles. We had missiles.
We definitely had missiles in World War II, so we had a nuclear bomb.
Yeah.
so-
I'm not sure about World War One. That's when there was a big escalation of technology. There was tanks and there was stuff like that. I'm not sure if we had missiles. I don't think we had missiles in World War One. I don't
But
think
we
so.
did, and he said in World War II, and I said, yes, we did. We're talking about World War II.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
I don't know. That's a different debate that you're doing, but we're talking about World War II. So
we did not have missiles in combat in World War I. We had them for World War II. We did not use them in combat in World War I because one of the huge issues with World War I was all the friendly fire because we had all this new technology, but it wasn't up to snuff.
Right.
And so a lot of people just shot their partners by accident.
I think the over 50%.
that's tough, man.
Over 50% was friendly fire in World War One.
Isn't that crazy?
That's
and
terrible.
And then you factor in trench foot. What a bad war.
Like the flu killed people back. I mean, it kills people today too. But
Well,
it's,
Spanish flu, yeah.
yeah. I just did I'm not making a retraction or an apology. I'm not doing that. However, birds in war, pigeons, I should say, they did some things.
Yeah. So how about you show some respect to the veterans on the streets that you're just disrespecting all the time?
I'm not doing anything to them. I just don't want them around.
That doesn't sound good.
I don't throw them food like everybody else. They all gather and get all annoying and poop on
Oh,
my
God
car.
forbid they eat.
Well, they can figure it out. They're birds outside. They know how to eat. They
Is
don't
this
figure
your
it out.
opinion? Is this your real opinion?
It's absolutely my real opinion. I'm not going to feed pigeons. Don't feed pigeons. Don't do it. They gather and then they're going to hang out in your yard or your car and they're going to poop on it.
Lower your property value.
But listen what some pigeons have done in war. Lower the property value.
Thank you.
I don't think that's true because Chicago's very expensive to live in and there's a lot of pigeons.
You want to hear something here? So famous war pigeons, I found. There's U.S. Army pigeons delivered a message that saved the surrounded, quote, lost battalion in 1918, even after being shot by enemy fire. The pigeons saved soldiers in the lost battalion. That's World War I, by the way. World War II, there was a pigeon it was called G.I. Joe, the pigeon they named it. It saved 1,000 soldiers by flying a message in time to stop an accidental friendly fire bombing on an Allied village.
Interesting.
Maybe they shouldn't have bombed the village. Maybe we had bad intel anyway.
So the pigeon had a note that said, hey, you guys are about to get bombed?
No, the soldiers that were in the village about to get bombed said, hey, we're over here now. Don't launch the missile.
Hey, we were over there. Now we're over here.
We're over here. Don't bomb us. And it got there in time to stop the bombing.
Wow.
630 texted in and said, you can race pigeons, but a lot of them get lost and you just lose your bird.
All right, so don't listen. I'm not going to apologize for not liking pigeons, but they can live and let live, I guess. Don't hurt an animal. Don't ever do that. I just don't like pigeons. And turn your lights down at 11 p.m. so they don't run in the buildings and die. The migrating birds, not the pigeons. Brian and Kenzie, Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
I really don't want to apologize. We have a new keyword on the way, but I might have to with this fact now, more about pigeons in war before we get to the new keyword for the golden ticket. 16,000 pigeons in World War II were dropped in parachutes into Nazi-occupied Europe to gather spy intelligence from local citizens.
That's awesome.
Why'd they need parachutes? They have wings.
I guess they can't fly from plane level down, and they put them in parachutes, and then they would get information from people to send back out. 16,000 pigeons were paratroopers. They were secret
Holy
agents.
Crap.
I know we're going to give the golden ticket keyword in just a second. Can you imagine how difficult it is to put a parachute on a bird?
I'd imagine it's like putting pants on a toddler, and it sucks.
Oh, my God.
Like Caroline said, they're mean. And they didn't want to be put into a parachute.
I know this is probably wrong, but I'm imagining, like the classic army helmet, like the bull. I'm imagining all the pigeons and mini ones.
By the way, Lil Cease checked in on the text line, who we met at the Foo Fighters show at Soldier Field.
Very nice guy.
We finally met Lil Cease in person, Kenzie. He texts like every day.
A delightful man.
He said pigeons are delicious. Had it in France.
Oh my God. They get no respect.
I'm going to apologize to the pigeon population out there. I'm just going to go ahead and do it right now. I never want anything to happen bad to any animal or a human. I just don't like pigeons. But maybe they deserve those little hats, like the Pearl Harbor hats that the old guys wear.
A Purple Heart.
Yeah, Purple Heart on a pigeon. But some pigeon's going to poke me in the eye today anyway.
That'd be awesome.
It would not be awesome. Not be good.
Now is your chance to qualify for the golden ticket. Please don't text and drive. Standard message and data rates apply.
Q101.
Well, the golden ticket, the keyword that will be going from now until 9:30. And we'll give you that word in a second because it's about the rescheduled Jimmy Eat World show at Northerly, Iowa. And that's what you win as a qualifying prize when you're qualified for the golden ticket. Jimmy Eat World, let's go.
If you're listening, whoa, software, sugar on the asphalt, glittering and soft serve. I'm good to go. All I need is just to hear a song I know. It just takes some time, little girl in the middle of the ride. Everything will be just fine. Everything will be all right.
Jimmy Eat World, it was postponed for bad rain, and that's the key word, rain, R-A-I-N. Text that to 312-967-8300 for your chance to see Jimmy Eat World, Northerly Island, a week from today. That's August 20th at Northerly Island from our great friends at Live Nation, and you're qualified for the golden ticket. Everything we do, as we've talked about now, I hope everybody's in on it. This is the greatest radio prize in history. From Riot Fest to Riot Fest, you'll be in everything Q101 does for free. Think about that. Let that sit in. It's unbelievable. Text RAIN, R-A-I-N, to 312-967-8300. And make sure you join us tomorrow. Alexander's Cafe on site. We'll have some concert tickets as well. Alexander's Cafe in St. Charles, the back-to-school drive for Cradles to Crayons. We only work with the best organizations that help the most people in your area. And this is one of them. Cradles to Crayons, making sure kids going back to school. Kenzie's kid Tristan started school this week. A lot of teachers are coming in staggering with CPS doesn't start until the end of the month. We want to make sure every kid going to school in need has a backpack, clothes, pencils, supplies. I never, ever got impacted more when last year when we had the pencil drive donation that started on the show just kind of by accident. And going to the schools and delivering pencils. The joy, some people cried getting a pencil in their hand that I never thought that was even necessary at this point. I really opened my eyes to how bad the situation is of schools, the supplies they have, and then let alone parents that are just overwhelmed with cost, don't have the stuff to give their kid to take to school. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. Alexander's Cafe in St. Charles. There's a couple locations. Make sure you go to the right one in St. Charles. A party broadcast, and we'll do things for you. We'll give you concert tickets and fun things. While you donate, you can bring those things out there. There's a list of what you can do at Q101.com, or you can just donate with money at Q101.com.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.